Rwanda's media sector has grown exponentially over the years, something that is seen as an indication of its freedoms also increasing. 15 years ago, we had 5 private radio stations, if that, and now we have more than 25. In less than 10 years, more than 15 television stations have popped up. Obviously, the sector has grown because of the good leadership we have, and as for the question about YouTube, for that platform to have so many locally produced channels, it is because the government has worked very hard to ensure that the internet is accessible in many areas of the country, and that people are able to use that technology. Journalists too agree that progress is being made, though challenges still exist. Some newspapers were being printed abroad before we had our own printing presses and were sometimes not allowed to be distributed. That's an example I'm giving. Now, however, you will not hear of a local media house not being allowed to sell its papers. I once worked for Radio Rwanda, which is government-owned, and I now work in the private sector. We are never told which stories to run or leave out. That sort of freedom should be acknowledged, and anyone who objects to us running a story cannot simply stop us when we are the ones that establish the paper. Journalists are citizens just like anybody else, and we like to emphasize that a lot at Pax Press during trainings. Therefore, if an individual is arrested because they are a journalist, and just because they did their job, which I believe we have no such incidents presently, then it is a problem. However, if that individual is arrested and taken to court for personal reasons as a citizen, I do not believe that is a problem. However, one must ask why organizations like Reporters Without Borders keep ranking Rwanda so poorly when it comes to press freedom.
Raporo ya Reporters Sans Frontières wavugaga njya nirinda kugira icyo nyivugaho kuko
I do not like talking about that Reporters Without Borders report you mentioned because it is difficult for me to even consider it as a report. I do not even know what to call it. People say they carried out research and provide the basis of that report, saying it covers the year 2020, being released in 2021. And then when it comes to Rwanda, they speak of things dating back to 1996. They name 8 journalists that were killed and imprisoned going back to 1996. The best performing journalists in the country were presented with awards as Rwanda marked World Press Freedom Day on Monday, and the media sector was commended for playing its role in national development.
Inkuru zihembwa uyu munsi ni inkuru iyo urebye ireme ryazo n'uburyo zakozwe.
When you look at the award-winning reports, you can see that they were well-prepared and stand on good principles. They give us the opportunity to use them when gauging and providing quality service delivery, providing advocacy when it comes to the sorts of services being provided and the institutions that were focused on in the stories. Their level of knowledge is commendable and can be used as catalysts for change in the institutions they report on. The 2021 Development Journalists Award also recognized Radio Rwanda and Rwanda Television as the most popular broadcasting stations in the country.